Hey loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya and I'm so happy you decided to come flow with me. Now let's get started. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Go ahead and inhale, raise your arms up over your head. Clasp your hands together. Straighten your back. Straighten that spine and breathe. Go ahead and release your hands to the earth. Take your left hand over to your right knee. Right hand behind you for a twist in the spine. Looking over that right shoulder. And breathe here. Inhale back to center. And take it over to the other side. Gazing over that left shoulder. Twisting as far as you can. Inhale back up to center. Clasp those hands. And gaze up. Straightening that spine. Stretching towards the heavens. Go ahead and release. And now we're going to prepare to come into a tabletop position for some cat-cows. So we're going to drop our belly, raise our chin and chest. Make sure that our shoulders, wrists, and elbows are aligned. So let's dip the belly, raise the chest, chin up, inhale. Exhale, round the back, pull in the belly. Inhale up. Exhale, round the back. Inhale up, shoulders away from the ears, pushing away from the earth. Inhale up. Exhale, round the back. Now we're going to get ready to come into child's pose. So we're going to spread our knees just a little bit, push our hips back towards our heels, forehead on the mat, and breathe here. This is a great pose for grounding. Whenever you feel like you need to take a rest as well, you can come here. It's an awesome pose. So we're going to come back into our tabletop position and get ready for some leg and arm extensions. So go ahead and extend that right leg back in back of you and extend your left arm out in front, making sure your core is engaged. And we're going to breathe here. Keeping that core engaged, finding your balance. Go ahead and release and do the same thing on the other side. Extending that left leg, extending that right arm, keeping that core tight, and breathing. We never want to lose our breath. Go ahead and tuck your toes. We're going to push back for our first down dog. Hips up and back. Shoulders away from the ears so they kind of slide down the back. And breathe here. If you can't get your heels to touch the earth, that is perfectly fine. You can put a bend in the knee. Go ahead and walk your dog. Get a stretch in those hamstrings. So we're going to bend our knees and walk towards our hands now for a half lift. And then we're going to come into a ragdoll position. So we're going to grab our elbows with our opposite hands. And we're not really focusing on a stretch in the hamstring. We're focusing on elongating the spine. So if you need to bend your knees just slightly, you can go ahead and do that, because the focus is not in our legs, even though we do want to feel a stretch. But we're focusing on the back today. So go ahead and breathe there. Inhale. Your next exhale, go ahead and plant your hands into the mat. Straighten your legs, straighten your spine. Bring your hands to your hips and just engage your core for a half lift. Tightening that belly helps to strengthen the back. Go ahead and release your hands to the mat, and we're going to come into down dog again. We're going to get ready for some twisted dogs. So go ahead and get into your down dog position and breathe. Taking that right hand over to that left ankle for a slight twist in the spine, and breathe here. Go ahead and release, and we're going to take it to the other side. Twist that spine. Breathe. We're going to get ready to come back into a tabletop position, and we're going to go back into our cat-cows. So drop your knees when you're ready. We're going to inhale up for cow, dropping the belly, heart lifted. Exhale, rounding the back, pulling in the stomach. Inhale back up. Exhale, round the back. I'm going to prepare to come into Sphinx pose. So give me a neutral back, and then come on to your belly. Forearms on the earth, planted into the earth. Palms and fingers spread, palms flat into the mat. So we're going to lift our heart, shoulders up and back, away from the ears. The tops of the feet firmly planted into the earth. So you're pushing into the mat. Go ahead and exhale. And we're going to get ready to come into locust position. So we're going to inhale and lift our chest and legs off of the mat. Pubic bone pressed into the earth. Shoulders away from the ears, hands engaged, arms engaged. Go ahead, release, exhale. We're going to inhale and come back up again. Inhale, lift the arms and legs off of the mat, fully engaged. Thighs should be tight. Toes pointed. Go ahead, exhale. Inhale, come back up for another round of locusts. And this time, if you can, clasp those hands behind you for a deeper stretch in the back and opening up that chest just a little bit more. Let's get that heart lifted. Go ahead and exhale, release. Bring the hands and palms back down to the mat, and we're going to push up for cobra. So back legs are strong and engaged. Heart is lifted. Gaze is forward. And we're breathing here. Go ahead, exhale. We're going to push back for child's pose. Bringing your hips down to meet the heels of your feet. Stretching the arms and the hands out in front of us. And we're going to walk over to the left side with our hands. Feeling a stretch in the spine. On your next inhale, walk over back to center. And then we're going to take it to the right side. Inhale back to center. And we're going to come onto our spines. On our backs. in a supine position. And hug our knees on our next inhale, massaging the back, just rolling a little bit, swaying from side to side, loving on yourself, giving your body what it needs, thanking it for this short little practice you just did. It allowed you to do. Go ahead and raise your feet, straightening out the legs, engaging the core, hands flattened to the earth. On your next exhale, go ahead and release those legs back to the mat, those feet back to the mat. We're going to do some quick spinal twist. So drop the legs over to the left side, spreading the arms straight. Gazing toward the right side. Legs should be on the left. Go ahead, inhale back center and drop those knees to the left, to the right. For a deeper spinal twist, you can take your right hand and push your knees down towards the earth. Your gaze should be towards your left palm. Next inhale, go ahead and release your legs down flat to the mat. Come into a Savasana position. And you can lay here as long as you want, but of course this is a quick video. So I'm going to come up into a fetal position, pushing my body up to meet you back in easy pose, also known as Sukhasana. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Namaste. You are love, you are light, you are divine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I love you.